This has been a fun hour. Frank, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Really, time has gone by so fast, and you have so many fascinating tidbits and they're true stories and photos and stuff in the book. And I think the mob tour, that's got to be really interesting. I want to talk a little bit more about that, and I know that you have another book somewhere at the publisher, or close to being at the publisher. I do have to talk a little bit about what's going on in Vegas, and about to tell people some things. I'm going to actually, tonight I have a fun night. I'm going on the red carpet at the Plaza Hotel. It's a new show production in town called One Epic Night. Actually, Jarrett and Raja were supposed to be guests here today with you. They're the music and magic man, people call them. And they were called to an audition, so they couldn't make it. But I'll see them tonight. And it gave me extra time with you, so how can I complain? So the One Epic Night, brand new live stage show, debuting at the Plaza, and a limited engagement from August 29th to January 4th, but they're going to go dark for the holidays. They're the December 1st to the 20th, and it's got people from different talent, like America's Got Talent, and two other performers along with Jarrett and Raja are Megan Rugger. I never saw her. She was on America's Got Talent. I've heard about her, but I haven't seen her. Will Champlin and James Durbin. So check it out. If you want to order tickets, check in with the Plaza Hotel. From Australia and New Zealand, the world's first magic supergroup, Band of Magicians, will take up residency at the Trop, Las Vegas, starting October 26th. That's interesting. A band of magicians, not musicians. So that's a little tongue twister there. And they, like I said, the quartets, they've been featured on the Ellen DeGeneres Show, Today, Access Hollywood, The Late Late Show, and Tosh O. So they're from Australia. It's got to be interesting. I can't wait to see the show. And then another Australian-based favorite of mine is Male Strip Review. No, you're not interested. Used to be called the Aussie Hunks, and they've been on my show. Actually, they were one of my first guests. Isn't that cool? And they took their shirts off. I was thrilled. So I had all these abs going on in the background. Well, they're no longer called the Aussie Hunks. They're called the Aussie Heat, and they have moved from the D to the V Theater inside Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood. It's a real sexy show. They're a lot of fun. They've been on America's Got Talent, and so you think you can dance Australia. Another cool thing, ticket prices here with all, now that they're charging to park everywhere.
Yes,
you can spend $40 parking in one day, but these ticket prices are so reasonable. So their show, the Aussie Heat's just $54.99. We have a sustainable indoor farming company opening called Urban Seed, and that's going to be west of the Strip, and that's for our, we have so many famous, wonderful chefs from all over the world, and this Urban Seed is, their goal is to provide the very freshest and most organic. I kind of like that. I wonder if the public could go out there, and I guess you'd have to contact them to find out. Guess who's back? I know, you can't guess. Jerry Lewis, 90 years old.
God bless him.
I know, that's what I was saying. He's going to be headlining his own show at the South Point Showroom September 30th to October 2nd. I just think that's amazing. Tickets start at $50 and $55 and $60, but can you believe that? 90 years old. That's something that you just have to go to see how well he does.
And not being senile.
And he's doing a movie, too. He's got a movie coming out. I don't have all the information on that. If I miss anything, and there's so much going on, I never have time for everything. These are just the highlights of what's going on. Go to www.vegasonlyentertainment.com under Vegas VIPs. And also, the end of the week, your segments will be up on the website as well on the homepage. So you'll be able to share with your friends a fun, wonderful show that we've had today. And it has been fun, and it's not over yet. Just let me look here real quick if I've missed anything really exciting. Sad news, Tony and Tina's wedding is closing at the Window Showroom at Bally's. And they've been here since 2002. Did you ever see that dinner show, Tony and Tina's wedding?
I've heard about it.
Fun. Really a lot of fun. It was so entertaining, and I don't know if they're going elsewhere. It looks like they're going to put the Bronx Wanderers, retro rock and roll tribute show, to take over their time slot. I bet Tony and Tina won't go far, though, because it really has been a popular dinner show. And one thing I really like is the annual Pacific Islands Festivals out at Henderson Events Plaza. And I like this because it's for families. You know, I'm always talking about adult stuff, but there is so much family stuff here in Vegas. And the Hawaiian Pacific Islands Festival, they've got complimentary admission, hours of traditional, which I love because I spent several years in Hawaii on a sailboat. They have Hawaiian island entertainment and food, which I love, and hula dancing and things of that nature. Next week, and we need this, Vinny Favorito is my guest. I can't wait to get him on the show because he insults everybody. He's caustic, and with the political climate we have out there today, you need to watch him because he's just going to insult everybody, and it levels the playing field.
Yeah,
don't
looking
you
forward
think?
to it.
Yeah, you know, because they're out there insulting everybody, and if keep it up, Frank's going to whack you. You know, won't you?
The days are over.
Yeah, those days are over. And again, it's good to see that you did get over all that. Do you think that, well, you would have been dead if that hadn't come down, probably with Bertha's, right? I mean,
For
just
sure.
a normal course of
Either
events.
that or living in a penitentiary the rest of my life.
And you have been to prison.
Yes.
How long of a stretch?
I've done 10 full years. Well, I did 6 at one time, and the other 4 in bits and pieces, But it comes out to 10 calendars.
Wow.
It's a long time.
That is a long time, and I can't even imagine
But
how
jail's an inconvenience.
Oh, is it?
Well, sure. It's not, it's an inconvenience. You get a whole bunch of jerks together and you tell all war stories,
Oh,
It's boring, but it's an inconvenience.
Uh-huh. Did you write any of this or pen any of this while you were behind bars?
No, I never. I was first approached to do a movie. You ever see that movie, The Thief?
No.
With James Caan?
No.
When I was living in Vegas.
Was he a jewel thief?
Yeah.
Okay, I did see it. I take that back.
They wanted me to be the advisor and act in the movie, and I turned them down, Michael Mann. I turned them down because if I would have accepted that, I would have been murdered a week later.
No kidding.
Because I would have been giving up everything I know.
Oh, boy.
So I had to turn that down. I could have been a movie star.
But a dead one.
Yes.
So I think you'd rather be here reaping your laurels.
Oh, yeah.
And sharing some of the past like you're doing on the mob tours.
Yes. I share a lot with my clients.
And a lot of the movie was pretty spot on, wouldn't you say?
At least 90% of it.
That's
A little
not
bit of
bad.
it was exaggerated because that's Hollywood.
Yeah.
But I tried to make it as honest as possible.
Uh-huh. How did you feel when Tony Spilotro died? That was...
Be honest with you, even if the guy had a contract on my life, I didn't like the way he was murdered to start with his brother right there.
Well,
beaten to death.
Yeah.
It's an awful way to die.
right.
And I felt bad about it,
That's a message in itself that it wasn't a clean, just bam, it was a...
Well, I figured it out, after a while. They couldn't probably shoot them in the location they had them because it was in a residential neighborhood.
Oh, well, I guess that
The
would
noise,
take care of that. You don't want to call in the heat, so to speak.
Right.
Do you have any relationship with the federal agent that you worked with? I know he actually enjoyed working with you. What was his name?
Dennis Arnoldy.
Arnoldy, correct.
Yeah, we still talk to one another. I tease him a lot now. I say he has policeman dementia.
Oh, okay.
In other words, he forgets everything.
Everything about you, or
But
just everything?
about everything in his past life as an FBI agent.
Yeah.
I have to remind him of things. It is interesting,
Yeah, he probably had to keep his mouth shut for so long, and you in some areas too.
So
Forget
he
about
asks
it.
me questions, and I tell him, forget about it.
Do gangsters really say forget about it? Yeah, they do.
It's just natural,
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah, it comes from...
It's not something we practice.
No, and it's not just solely for the mob. It's just a Italian thing, I guess.
I think
So-
that De Niro probably started it.
I bet he did. Great actor. Yeah, just love him. Here we are again. We're at the end of the hour. Can you really believe this?
Marriage?
Yes.
You thought I was going to ask you.
No, I wanted to talk how you went from a mob to a minister, but we've got 15 seconds. How many people have you married?
One, and I don't want to do no more.
Are they still married?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they don't dare get a divorce.
Uh-huh.
We got to run. Thank you again.
My pleasure.
All right, and I'll see everybody next week.